Okay, 7th graders, today we're going to talk about the percent of change. And our essential question is, can you find a percent of increase and can you find a percent of decrease? A percent of change is the percent that a quantity changes from its original amount. And to find the percent of change, we divide two numbers. The first number is the amount of change. And we always divide it by the original amount. So all we have to do is divide two numbers and that'll give us our percent. The percent of increase is when the original amount increases. The percent of decrease is when the original amount decreases. So let's try a couple of percent of change problems. On our first problem, on Saturday you spent 2 hours online and on Sunday you spent 4.5 hours online. What is the percent of change in your online time from Saturday to Sunday? So we know that we're dividing two numbers here. We're always dividing by the original. Since we spent 2 hours online Saturday and 4.5 on Sunday, and we're going from Saturday to Sunday, the original amount is the Saturday amount, which is 2 hours. So we're dividing by 2, and the amount of change, so we went from 2 to 4.5. So the amount of change is going to be 2.5 hours, because it was a 2.5 hour increase from Saturday to Sunday. So we have 2.5, the amount of change, divided by 2, and when we do that, we get 1.25. Now, as a percent, that's a 125% increase. Because the amount of time increased, it went up. Let's try the second one. Find each percent of change from 10 inches to 25 inches. Well, the 10 is our original, which we always divide by the original. And going from 10 to 25, that's a change. We're adding 15, so it's a change of 15. 15 divided by 10 is 1.5. So this is a 150% increase. $57 people to 65 people. So divide by the original, which is 57. And 57 to 65, the amount of change would be 8 people. And if I do 8 divided by 57, I get 0.140350877. So I'm going to round that to 0.14, which is 14% increase. Now, please remember that you also have to have a percent sign. You have to state whether it's an increase or a decrease. All right. In 2007, you scored 28 home runs, and in 2008, you scored 20 home runs. What is your percent of change from 2007 to 2008? So in 2007, we scored 28 home runs, so that's the original amount. In 2008, you only scored 20, so that's a change from 28 to 20. That's a change of 8. So I'll do 8 divided by 28, and I get 0.285714286. So I find my place, I look next door, it is 5 or bigger, so I add one more. 0.29 means that I had a 29%, and this went down from 28 to 20, so it's a 29% decrease. You have 250 songs on your iPod Touch. You delete 20% of the songs. How many songs are left? So in this case, we're saying that we're deleting 20%. Our percent of change is the 20%. We're just trying to figure out what's the new number. So we can do 250 songs times 20%. 20% as a decimal would be 0.20. That'll tell us how many songs we deleted. So we deleted 50 songs. How many songs are left? 250 minus 50 leaves us with 200 songs. Alright, there are 7 problems for us to try for homework. I'm going to do at least 2. Identify the percent of change as an increase or a decrease, then find the percent of change. Round to the nearest 1/10 of a percent if necessary. So 25 to 50 points. Our original amount is 25, and our change, we're increasing by 25 points. So it's a 100% increase. You're going to go ahead and do 2, 3, and 4 that same way. On number 5, 120 books increased by 55%. So now we're saying, okay, I have 120 books. I'm increasing by 55%. 55% as a decimal is 0.55. So 120 times 0.55. I'm having technical calculator difficulties. 120 times 0.55 is 66. So my new amount is 120 plus 66, which is 186 books. On this one we're decreasing, so make sure that you subtract your 65% off. And then the last one, number 7, 1 week 72 people got a speeding ticket. The next week only 36 people got a speeding ticket. What is the percent of change in speeding tickets? You should be able to set that one up and solve it for the percent of change. Have a great night.